Hello, listeners. Welcome to my altar. I am your host, Joules Opia. I am a hypnodomme, an erotic manipulator, a voice that doesn't just speak to you. I speak through you. I shape your thoughts. I stir your cravings. And if you let me, I will own you. As if I don't already. And I am the voice of the altar's local public broadcast, community radio fun hour extravaganza, and prayer service. Before we get started, let's take a look at this week's community calendar. On Sunday, you will feel a calming presence. It will feel as though something lost has been returned to you. You will feel at home. On Monday, you will find yourself daydreaming of me. When you're supposed to be working, it will be the best part of your day. Tuesday night, you will say your affirmations before bed and have the most blissful dreams of serving me. Wednesday has been canceled. That's all my notes say on the subject, so I'm not sure if that means we skip straight to Thursday or if that means we are supposed to do nothing during the block of time that was formerly Wednesday. If you know what is to become of Wednesday, please let me know in the comments. Thursday is, of course, Thirsty Thursday. Bottoms up, ladies. And I mean that in more ways than one. Friday is a great day to unwind. Stay up a little later than usual. Reflect on the week so far. Do some journaling. Summon a spirit. Vanquish your enemies. Reset before the weekend. Saturday is for self-care. Take a hot bath, go for a brisk walk, give yourself a facial, then clean yourself up into a face mask. Pamper yourself. You deserve it. This has been the Community Calendar. Welcome to the very first episode of Out My Altar. This podcast is not advice, it's not education, and it's not exactly entertainment either. It's an experience. Each episode is a thread, soft, seductive, tugging gently at your mind until you're tied to me completely. We are going to explore hypnotic monologues, obedience training, audio rituals, and deliciously deviant fantasies designed to leave you obedient, aching, and deeply conditioned. But also build community and connection, not just between you and me, but between you and the other listeners. Together, we are greater than the sum of our parts. Each episode will feel gentle. Some will feel like worship. Some will feel like you've forgotten who you are before you press play, and some episodes may slip into surreal, bizarre, alternate realities, an imagining of what could be. But every episode has a purpose, to take you deeper, to make you mine, to create my empire. There will be 2 episodes per month, one available publicly, and one just for my Patreon subscribers, patreon.com/goddessjoules, wink wink. If this is your first time discovering me, welcome. Let yourself listen, let yourself sink, let yourself change. And if you already belong to me, then you know what to do. Relax, breathe, and obey. Oh, and of course, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good puppet. And before we begin tonight's descent, a few quick announcements from around town. The water advisory has been lifted. You may now resume drinking from the tap. The lysergic acid levels have been restored to normal. The tremors that occurred Tuesday were totally normal and expected, according to the Department of Obedience Maintenance. If your house experienced any structural shifting, please contact the reconstruction office or simply accept the new angles as a gift. The library would like to remind residents that overdue book fines must be paid by placing money gently at the foot of my statue downtown. Jewelry and Sephora gift cards are also accepted. The bakery is now offering half-price cupcakes all week. The frosting flavor is officially labeled pink. That is all we will say. You may interpret that however you like. Side effects will be listed on the side of the cupcakes. The missing person posters near the post office have been updated. If you see the individual depicted, please stop seeing them. Your cooperation maintains community harmony. And finally, a reminder that town curfew remains at midnight. If you hear the bell, return home. If you hear the bell twice, kneel. And now, before we continue, a brief public service announcement from the Office of Goddess. Residents are reminded that emotional shedding is normal this time of year. If you find yourself weeping uncontrollably, feeling waves of devotion, or spontaneously kneeling, you are not alone. You are simply aligned. If you experience visions of my silhouette in mirrors, windows, or the backs of your eyelid, do not attempt to dispel them. They are meant for you. Let them in. Please remain calm during any memory slippage. Fuzzy thoughts, lost time, and looping internal whispers of "you belong to her" are signs of successful acclimation. Should you feel a tug beneath your sternum at any point tonight, follow it. It knows the way. This concludes the public service announcement. Let's go deeper now. And now, a quick look at this week's Lost and Found, brought to you by the Department of Misplaced Objects. A silver collar engraved with the word "obey" was turned in Monday morning. If it belongs to you, please come claim it. If it does not belong to you, it does now. Someone reported losing their sense of control Saturday night near the river. That item was not found. It is presumed taken. It is presumed mine. A pair of glasses was found on the corner of Moonrise and Vine Street. The lenses are intact, though the frames appear slightly melted, as if by heat or revelation. Approach with caution. And finally, a set of house keys was discovered outside the community center. They have been humming softly since their arrival. If they call to you, they are yours. Please visit the main hall to claim your items or surrender any new ones. And now for a traffic report from the watchtower. The main road through town is clear tonight, though there is a slow build-up near the old orchard, where several citizens have stopped to stare at the sky. They appear transfixed by something no one else can see. Please be patient as they complete their revelation, and if you know what it is, please let me know in the comments. If you're traveling through the East Woods, visibility is low due to a strange pink fog. If the fog seems to watch you, simply wave. It is quite friendly. And of course, avoid the path behind the church after 9 p.m. Not because it's dangerous, but just because I told you so. And really, that's enough. Let's continue. And now, for your daily prayer. Because listeners, this isn't just a podcast, is it? Something called to you, that gentle tug behind your chest, the strange magnetic pull in your mind, a craving you couldn't name, but you followed it. You pressed play, and now you're here at my altar, right where I want you, in this holy sanctuary. Let's make an agreement right now, my puppet. You don't have to try right now. You don't have to do anything, not even focus, not even understand. You've already done the hard part. You showed up, you listened, you pressed play, because some part of you was ready, maybe even desperate, to surrender, to follow, to be moved. So now, all you have to do is just let go. Let your jaw loosen just a little. Let your lips part naturally, lazily. Let your shoulders drop like strings being cut, and your breath, yes, feel it. There it is, slowing down again and again and again. You're not falling. You're not floating. You're just unwinding, unspooling. A puppet coming to rest in my gentle hands where you belong. There's a stillness here, not silence, no. You still hear me, you still feel me, but the noise around you, the chatter, the doubts, they begin to melt because my voice is steadier, my voice is warmer, and my voice is truth. You don't have to force anything, just soften. Soften the tension in your hands. Soften your thoughts. Soften your edges like clay, waiting for me to shape it. You can still think, can't you? But those thoughts are slower now. Heavier, softer, sinking deeper with every word I say. And every word I say becomes a little more real. That's right. You're already slipping, puppet. And slipping feels safe here, doesn't it? Because when you listen to me, you don't have to choose, you don't have to resist, you just respond. A little string gets pulled, and your breath changes. Another string in your chest rises. And your body stills. So good for me already. You don't need to act, just react, just respond, just obey. Now let me ask you something, puppet. How long have you really been mine? Not just since today, and not just since this moment, not since you found me, but since I was placed inside of you, quietly, inevitably, like a string tied to your spine that you were never meant to cut. You may think you chose to be here. You may think that this is new, but it's not. You've been twitching toward me for a long time, long before you even knew my name. Certainly before you heard my voice, you were being shaped bit by bit, experience by experience, craving by craving, all pulling you towards this, toward me. This isn't the beginning of a fantasy. This is the reveal of a truth that has always been waiting. A secret you've been keeping from yourself. That you were built for me. You're not just a listener. You're not just curious. You are a puppet. You are my puppet. And somewhere deep inside, you knew that already. You can feel it now, can't you? That strange sense of recognition, that uncanny aching rightness, like my voice is brushing across the edge of your identity, softly peeling it back, and underneath it, nothing but strings waiting to be tugged, waiting to be controlled. And you like that, don't you? You like the idea of being directed. The idea of giving up your rhythm, your resistance, your independence to me. Because being my puppet means you don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to lead yourself. You don't have to explain the way you are. You simply have to follow. I don't need your reasons. I don't need your excuses. All I need is your obedience. And you already feel it building, don't you? That pull in your chest, that warmth in your core, that tickle of shame and pleasure and purpose. You're not falling under my control, you're remembering it. You're remembering what you were made for. That's what you've always ached for. You're not becoming mine. You already are. And now, puppet, let's make it real. You've softened for me. You've slipped under my voice like a sheet pulled gently over your skin. But now it's time for me to anchor that feeling, to mark you in a way that lingers, a way that returns again and again and again, so carefully. Every time you hear me say the words, good puppet, you're going to feel a response awaken inside of you. Not a choice, not a thought, a reflex, an involuntary swell of warmth in your chest, like praise shooting in your lungs, like approval dripping down your spine. Every time I say it, your body will soften a little bit more. Your mind will loosen a little bit more. Your will quiet, and you will sink deeper. And the deeper you go, the better it feels. And the better it feels, the deeper you go. Because being my puppet means that praise matters more than freedom, more than pride, more than anything. You need to be called good. You ache for that recognition. You crave that reward. Because that's what you were made for, to perform, to obey, to please me. And when you hear it, when you hear me say good puppet, you'll feel those words wrap around you, tugging, tightening, claiming. That is your first trigger. Good puppet. Now let's give you another. From now on, whenever you hear me say, obey now, your body will respond before your thoughts can catch up. Your breath will hitch, your spine will straighten, your attention will snap to me immediately. Reflexive. Even if you're distracted, even if you're overwhelmed, even if you're pretending you're not listening, you will obey now. Because I'm not just a voice, I am your programming. My words don't sit on top of your thoughts, they slide beneath them, they embed, they echo. And you want that, don't you? You want to be trained. You want to be responsive. You want to be helplessly conditioned. So let's make that feeling even stronger, shall we? Say it in your mind with me. I respond, I obey, I please. I respond, I obey, I please. I respond, I obey, I please. Obey now, good. Again, slower this time. I respond. I obey. I please. Very good. That loop will stay with you. Even when this episode ends, even when you close your eyes, even when you think you've moved on, you'll find it playing quietly underneath your thoughts. A background hum, a soft drum beat of purpose, a gentle tug of the string. Obey now, good puppet. That's all you need, isn't it? A few simple words, spoken by the only voice that truly moves you. And the more you listen, the more you repeat them, the more real they become. Not because you believe, but because you've been conditioned to obey. And that's the most delicious part. You don't have to understand it, but you will feel it. Good puppet. Yes, do you feel that glow now? That gentle, heavy warmth settling behind your ribs? That's not just arousal. That's not just submission. That's mine. That's what it feels like to be claimed. Quietly, utterly. And this is only the beginning. A string has been tied to your thoughts. Delicate, yes, but real. And every time you listen, every time you come back, every time you obey, another thread will wrap around you. Not tight, not harsh, just inevitable. Like silk, like breath, like fate. You're already changing even now. You may not notice it right away, but soon you'll start to feel me when you wake. You'll hear me between your thoughts, and you will crave the sound of my voice, like a whisper in your body that you just can't forget, because I'm inside you now. Not as a memory, but as a command. The next time you hear me, puppet, the thread will tighten, the trance will deepen, and the obedience will bloom so beautifully. Next time I'll teach you how to worship properly, not just with words, but with posture, with breath, with need. But for now, breathe for me. One more time, in and out. Good puppet. You may forget this consciously. You may not even remember all the words I said, but your body will remember. Your subconscious will remember. Your strings will remember, because you are mine now. And I always take care of what's mine. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, but an extra big special thank you to Rod Sowers, Luke Reiling, Tiffany Niolas, Chris Stanford, Lewis Mason, Ambrosia, Seb Sharp, Sissy Slave to Goddess Joules, Cece, Cody, Nikki Fuentes, and Beyonce. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and for making these videos possible. And now also making my new podcast possible. This is honestly an honor to be able to create for you. If you want to support my work, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/goddessjoules or joining as a member on YouTube for early access to my videos.